गच्छन् पथि मिलेत भूदेव पटलये स्तुति प्रादुर्भावं प्रतिपदम् उपकर्ण सदया.
This is Rajapur, a small village near the holy Mayapur in West Bengal. At the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a devotee named Jagadish Ganguly lived in this small place until he was very old. Still, every year he would insist on making the 900-kilometer journey to Orissa on foot to participate in Lord Jagannath's Rathayatra in Puri. In old age, Jagadish became completely blind. Considering the annual pilgrimage to Puri too long and too dangerous for him, his friends would no longer take him along with them. Left behind, Jagadish could not be consoled. Until one night, Lord Jagannath himself appeared to him in a dream. The Lord told Jagadish that he would find a huge piece of wood floating on the Ganges the next morning. He should arrange to carry the rod to a carpenter, who would then carve the same deity of Lord Jagannath in it. Upon waking, Jagadish immediately left for his morning bath in the Ganga, and just as the dream had predicted, a big rod floating on the water suddenly hit the old man and a miracle occurred. Jagadish's vision was instantly restored. Jagadish found that the only local man who knew how to carve Jagannath was a leper whose fingers had become reduced to mere stumps. Yet, no sooner had the leper completed the deity, with considerable hard work and his hands bleeding profusely, then another miracle occurred. The man's leprosy had vanished. In great pomp, Jagadish then had Lord Jagannath installed in Rajapur. Centuries later, in 1978, the descendants of Jagadish Ganguly requested ISKCON to take over the worship of Lord Jagannath. As ISKCON is known to organize Rathayatras in dozens of cities around the world, Rajapur is now probably the smallest place on the planet where Lord Jagannath, just as in his original abode of Puri, is pulled lovingly by his devotees. They are now taking him, Baladev and Subhadra, to ISKCON's world headquarters at Mayapur, some 5 kilometers down the road. There is no way for anyone in moderate climates to imagine the monsoon heat and the physical exhaustion it causes in these parts merely by walking. But forget about exhaustion today. The fever of Jagannath Bhakti is much too high for these folks. Oops, if anything, you'd have to keep devotees from getting too excited. The parade is rolling on in Baman Pukur, which has a Muslim population of 80%. It was here, 500 years ago, that Lord Chaitanya confronted the Chand Kazi, who had once forbidden the public chanting of God's names. Today, public chanting is forever authorized. This Muslim family may look as intrigued as their forebears were, but the entire village is out to welcome the Lord of the universe in their midst. If you fancy pulling one of the chariots, you will have to be bold and grab a piece of the rope. Those holding the ropes are rather possessive about it, but anyone can easily venture to touch one of the ropes, which alone is believed to yield spiritual benefits. Hello, sir. What do you make of this grand parade?
I love it.
I run ahead of the procession and find groups of school children ready to join in the fun. Here a fanfare, there a float with props and painted faces. There's another 2-hour walk to Mayapur. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and their backcountry worshippers will arrive at dusk. The deities will be led down from their chariots to the main ISKCON temple, which will serve as their Gundicha Ghar, their holiday house for the coming week. Lord Gauranga will serve them as a perfect host, as he always does with his guests from around the world. Every night, pilgrims from the region flood the temple and offer Jagannath small ghee lamps. All week, an ambrosial atmosphere pervades the holy Dham. Today, a movie heroine and other TV celebrities have traveled to ISKCON Mayapur. Because today is Ulto Rathayatra, the return of Lord Jagannath to his home at Rajapur. In my 6 years of residence at Mayapur, I've seen this festival go from minuscule to huge, as you can see it today.
त्वं संसारं धृततरं सारं सुरपते हर त्वं पापानां विपत्तिमपरां यादवपते अहो दीननाथ निहित चरणो निश्चित मीरम् जगन्नाथ स्वामी पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु
That's it. This is just about the closure of the festival now. Jagannath is lovingly brought back to Rajapur, his residence with Subhadra and Baladev. This will mark the official closing of the festival after 7 days of celebration in ISKCON main temple, Mayapur.